Hello Internet, welcome back to another episode of Bazzle Spot Live. We are here again with my VGC 16 team, basically, as you know, translated into VGC 19. If you saw yesterday, we went, 1-1, won one, lost one. I don't think we're going to do too well with this team, but we'll see. It's just for fun, isn't it? Really. So. If we can finish this week, still in the 1,700s, it will be some kind of miracle, I think, because I don't know. In yesterday's video, it was a perfect example of the upsides and downsides, I guess, of this team. We had the airlock, which helped with the chlorophyll, and then in the second game there was the new threats, the Necrozma, the Katana, and the Tapu Lele, which this team was really not, did not have in mind when it was built. I have got the Nihilego on here, which maybe could have done something, but I swapped this from the Thunderous, which was in the original 16 version of the team. But I don't know. Let's see if we can mess around and win some more games. Like if we go 1-1 in every episode this week, I'll be perfectly happy. I'll be satisfied with that. But yeah, as I did mention yesterday, as it seems like we're taking a while to find an opponent again. As I did mention yesterday, I will just be doing two battles in each video now, just so that it's less. Stress, less time on me, basically, because, I think you guys have been enjoying the daily uploads, every day without a video, but, it does take a lot of time, some of the videos last week were, like, over 40 minutes long, and, that's a really long time, but, this guy from Tennessee, with, he had a negative rating, actually, so it's interesting that I've been paired with him, but he's got a pretty scary looking team, hasn't he? So Tennessee, I was there. In August. I mean, yeah, this looks really scary. I mean, Scolipede is scary. Like, he has got... Yeah, that looks like a pretty solid team to me. So, there's no reason why he can't win this game. So, I'm thinking Nihilego actually looks quite good here. Nihilego... Yeah... I suppose it does. Nihilego. But, and he has got the Tapu Fini as well, so I can't just spore things at will. Excuse me. I have been messing around with a Tapu Bulu on this team as well, but just with some kind of terrain control, but I haven't really found myself liking it. This looks scary. This actually looks scary. I think we're going to go with Rayquaza and Nihilego. This is a weird lead, isn't it? Xerneas definitely in the back. And I feel like we want Smeargle. The Intimidate might be nice from Scrafty, but Smeargle always got my back, hasn't it? Good old Smeargle, sitting down there next to Lipod. Lipod, who I've not used since like 2015 now. Like, not really anyway, not seriously. So, yeah, let's do this. Rayquaza Nihilego. Scolipede him on top. So is he trying to Swords Dance and Baton Pass? Maybe. I mean, I have got two attacks that do threaten the Scolipede. He can go for a Fake Out, obviously, into one of these. You'd expect the Rayquaza, wouldn't you? But I don't think I'm going to be trying to make a hard read as to which one. I wonder if a close combat knocks Nihilego out. I don't think it will, but I do just want to calculate this, just to be safe. In fact, if it's fully invested, then it potentially can, but the roll is still heavily in my favour. So I think I am just going to go for a double with an Air Slash and a Power Gem into the Scolipede. Maybe he protects the Scolipede because he's one of the people that just sort of protects for the speed boost turn 1, but actually he's gone for it into the Nihilego. And the Rayquaza is actually faster than the Scolipede turn 1, so that's a bulky Scolipede, or it's just not fast. Okay. Well, we appear to have knocked it out in one hit and outsped it. Okay. So here's an Yveltal. We have got Xerneas in the back, which looks very good against both of these two. So do we want to switch an Yveltal? Do we want to switch our Xerneas rather in here for anything? Or do we just want to attack? As this is looking pretty laggy now, isn't it, for some reason? Don't know why it's doing that. Because Nihilego... I kind of want to save Nihilego, really. So I'm going to go for... I mean, this is setting myself up to lose to, like, a Tailwind Yveltal or something. But, oh, is this Solgaleo coming in? No, it's Tapu Fini coming in. I'm surprised he didn't bring the Solgaleo. So one of the reasons why I felt my Nihilego did look pretty good in this matchup is because, as you've probably seen at the bottom there, I have actually got Foul Play on this Nihilego, which with a Life Orb does probably about 60% or so. It does a decent chunk. And now this Air Slash is going to put the Tapu Fini in range of Sludge Bomb, and it has got Tailwind. It has actually got Tailwind. That was my biggest fear there. Yeah, he didn't target the Nihilego at all. Now I feel very silly. Okay. So, Xerneas does look very good against the rest of his team. I've got Smeargle in the back as well, also. I have got a Focus Sash on this Rayquaza as well. But I feel like he goes for something like a knockoff into the Nihilego here, and just a Moonblast into Rayquaza. So I'll Air Slash the Yveltal, and I'll just stay in and try and Power Gem the Yveltal as well. But yeah, this should knock the Nihilego out. Yeah, I'll be getting damage onto the Yveltal. We'll put it in Moonblast range. But or maybe Dazzling Gleam range, depending on how much it does. Yeah, it does a decent chunk. But Tapu Fini does look like it's potentially going to be a bit... I've made a real mountain out of this, haven't I? Yeah, just didn't respect the potential Tailwind option on the Yveltal. Like, I feared it, I mentioned it, but didn't do anything about it. I mean, I should have just double attacked into the Yveltal. That was the threat when the Hitmontop was out there, wasn't it? Also, his Hitmontop could have knocked out Nihilego from where it was. But we've got 2 more turns of Tailwind. How do we want to go about this? I think I'll put Smeargle in just for the fake out. If he knocks it out, fine. Like, it's just wasting another turn of Tailwind. I mean, I can just protect the Rayquaza. I mean, he literally just needs to attack and attack here. So maybe I go for a protect and fake out the Yveltal. So hey, protect, fake out. Just because I think the Yveltal will target the Smeargle and the Tapu Fini will target the Rayquaza. This wastes another turn of Tailwind, and it means the next turn I can withdraw Smeargle into... Oh, it's actually gone for an Icy Wind. I'm fine with that, which means I can withdraw the Smeargle into Xerneas and just sacrifice the Rayquaza, and then get a free switch into Smeargle and Xerneas, and hopefully go from there. That's my plan. We'll get some extreme speed chip damage onto the Tapu Fini, I think is more important, and put Xerneas in. If Xerneas gets knocked off or Icy Winded, then yeah, that could be a pain. So maybe we're not going to be Geomancying here, but he's bringing his Hitmontop, so Xerneas does come in safe. I have made I've made such a turn this into such a difficult game when I don't think it really needed to be. So you'd imagine he is going to be going for an Icy Wind, wouldn't you? It makes sense. And that extreme speed did literally nothing to the Tapu Fini. But now, well, now what? How many turns of misty terrain have we got left? Yeah, I don't think I want to be sporing here, do we? What do we do here then? Do we Geomancy? Because I'm thinking just fake out into Hitmontop and Geomancy should win us the game. The only way it doesn't win us the game is if the Tapu Fini predicts that and goes for a Haze this turn. But actually the Tapu Fini should be faster than the Xerneas, wouldn't it? Because I'm at -1. So I think I'm safe doing that. So I'm basically sacrificing Smeargle here basically as well, because I have faith that Xerneas can pull us through this game. So he was going for a fake out, and he's going for another Icy Wind. So Xerneas is going to be neutral speed, but Hitmontop doesn't really threaten us with anything now. So I can outspeed the Tapu Fini now and just go for a Moonblast into that slot. I'm not going to go for a Dazzling Gleam because, one, it might not knock out the Tapu Fini, and two, he might have Wide Guard. So Smeargle is locked into Fake Out now, and he will see as I actually go for a Fake Out now. But I've made this play thinking that pretty much, I'm pretty sure, I'll just show you. Yep, Choice Scarf, well, that's only Fake Out. Just in case the mechanics change for whatever reason on this turn. And just a Moonblast into the Fini. But yeah, I made that play fairly confident that Xerneas will be able to win this game. Just by itself now. But we do need this +2 Moonblast to knock out the Fini. Which it does do, yeah. And he might just be going for a close combat into the Smeargle here, because yeah, he didn't know we were scarfed that last turn. And now, anything is going to knock this Hitmontop out now. I mean, can he still win this game? Like, if I think I always target the Evoltol here, and I always go for a Moonblast just in case he has got Wide Guard. Because if he protects the Evoltol and goes for a close combat, we've still got, yeah, like 80% of our health left. I think we're fine doing this. If his Evoltol is also max speed, and this is a speed type, and he wins a speed type, and he gets, ooh, I don't know, like, I mean, what could he even do? I'm not sure. Yeah, and he does actually go for a Wide Guard, so glad I went for the Moonblast there. But there we go. Yeah, we made a massive deal out of this game, didn't we? When I really don't think it needed to be. But yeah, and he didn't bring his Solgaleo either, which is interesting considering that this team is kind of based around Xerneas. But yeah, we have got Foul Play on Nihilego, and we have got Earth Power on Rayquaza as well, and we do outspeed it and can potentially, you know, do stuff with Smeargle as well too. So I felt like I had means to beat the Solgaleo if we did bring it, but that was possibly not as clean as I would have hoped of a game. But you know, it's a win, so I'll take it, and we'll look for one more battle in this video, and hopefully it's not going to take half an hour to find another opponent. So by some miracle, we are still in the 1,700s. How long will we stay there? I don't know. Ooh, here we go. Look at that. Someone with an even higher rating. I really enjoy playing people with higher ratings because if you lose, you don't lose as many points. No, but if you win, then you get, you know, a lovely amount of points. And it also means you're playing against people who know what they're doing as well. So this is one of those really standard teams, isn't it? Yes, it is. Now, the Amoonguss does worry me. But I'm going to go with Smeargle, Xerneas. Definitely want my own Volcarona here. And I think we want Rayquaza as well. Because Rayquaza does threaten the Amoonguss somewhat. And if he leads with Ludicolo and Kyogre, we can bring the Airlock in to reduce potential Water Spout damage if it is Scarfed as well. So I don't know, this guy has got a high rating. You know, he's probably top 30 in the world, I'd guess. So, or you know, top 50 at least. I don't know. I've not been following the rankings. I don't actually know. And he has gone with Smeargle Xerneas as well too. Okay, wonderful. So, what I'm going to do is, Okay, look at the fairy auras, so maybe speed time, but if not, my Xerneas is faster. I'm going to go for the fake out into his Smeargle, because I am Scarfed, and I'm going to Geomancy. I don't mind too much if his Xerneas is going to Geomancy as well, because we've got Volcarona in the back, we've got a red card, but he's got a Mungus in the back, which could be a red card as well, so he might be thinking the exact same thing here. So, critical hit, Technician boosted fake out, does a decent chunk of damage to Smeargle there, and surely he goes for a Geomancy here as well. You would think he would, wouldn't you? I mean, yeah, he does, surely. I'm just thinking what we do with the next turn then, because it depends how worried I am about a red card on the Moongus. Because what I would do here is just Moonblast into the Smeargle, because that gets around a potential wide guard. But if he's going to bring the Amoonguss in for anything, it is going to be the Smeargle. So do I protect Xerneas and bring in my Volcarona? I think I definitely 100% bring in my Volcarona here. But do I... This is the question. Do I fear a red card or not? Like, yes, I obviously do fear a red card, but would he just Spore into my Smeargle if I Moonblast his Xerneas? You know, I'm going to Moonblast into his Smeargle. If we both get red carded out, we both get red carded out. Ooh. Nice. So this guy knows how to play around the red card. So he obviously expected that. There's no other reason why he would have done that. So he is losing his Ludicolo here, and it is a speed tie, and he does go for a Dazzling Gleam. So that was a speed tie. So because he went for that feint, the red card didn't get activated on the Xerneas, and yeah, that was really smart of him. Very smart of him. It's not the first time I've seen people do that as well, by any means. People are aware. But now what do we do? Because if he knows I got red card on the Volcarona, he knows I've got Whirlwind on the Volcarona as well. I think I have to try and Whirlwind the Xerneas though. And do I Dazzling Gleam here? I think I do Dazzling Gleam, but I think he will fake out my... I think he'll fake out my Xerneas and Moonblast into Volcarona. If he's got fake out, which he does. Okay. And just a Dazzling Gleam, alright. Well, we should both survive this. And, okay. So we're Whirlwinding his Xerneas now. So we're both on low health, but... Ooh, and it's Kyogre as well. But... Ooh, this is tricky then. Because we've got... Rayquaza in the back. And Smeargle in the back. But... we know his Xerneas is max speed. And his Smeargle's got feint. So it's fake out feint. Spore, probably. And follow me, surely? So I don't think he's got Wide Guard on this Smeargle. So I could go for a Dazzling Gleam here. But then I'm sacrificing, I'm basically saying, right, have my Xerneas. But I don't really think there's anything else I can do, to be honest. So I'm just going to protect Volcarona here. And I'm just going to Dazzling Gleam. So this is really going to come down to if my Smeargle and Rayquaza can do the business against his Xerneas in the back. So he has got, obviously he's got a feint. Doesn't do it into the Volcarona. He was maybe expecting a knockout there. Maybe his Technician on his Smeargle as well. That would make sense, wouldn't it? And an Origin Pulse, which, I mean, a miss would be lovely, but yeah. So now we're in this awful situation where Oof, this is very tricky now. This is very, very tricky. Maybe I should have let Volcarona go down there. That might have been a mistake. Ooh, do I bring Rayquaza in now then? How do I go about this game? So maybe I do put Rayquaza in, and I protect it, and then I get Rayquaza and Smeargle in at the same time. So there's no rain anymore. Ooh, this is tricky now. So I'm definitely protecting with Rayquaza. If he doesn't go for an Origin Pulse, or if he doesn't go for a Dazzling Gleam even, Volcarona may be faster than the Kyogre. So I will get an overheat into something. But do I do it into the Xerneas, just for some chip damage, or do I do it into the Kyogre to make sure it is definitely in range of an Air Slash? That is the question. I think we'll do it into the Kyogre, because I could put it in extreme speed range as well. If it's a 50% berry, then I've absolutely made the wrong decision here. And yes, he's gone for a Dazzling Gleam, so it doesn't really matter which I chose there. So the Kyogre isn't Scarfed, and does just go for an Origin Pulse. Okay. So in comes Smeargle. Now let's take some time then. What do we want to do? Because we can Spore things, or we can transform into things. Do I transform into a Xerneas? I just don't think Air Slash is going to knock out his Kyogre. That is the thing. That's why I wanted the overheat chip damage into that. But one Moonblast, I think, will knock the Kyogre out. So do I transform into the Xerneas then? Yeah, I don't think Fake Out's an option, and Switcheroo is not an option. It's either Spore or Transform. If I transform into his Xerneas, I will survive one attack from his Xerneas. But yeah, I think I would win this game if Air Slash knocks his Kyogre out, but I don't think it does. If I transform into his Kyogre, then I don't think we're winning either. I don't know. Let's just do this and see what happens then. So I was kind of hoping he might protect something as well, but maybe he knows that we're Scarfed at this point. And he does just Moonblast into my, presume, into my Rayquaza. So hopefully we don't get a special attack drop. And there is a chance that we flinch the Kyogre here as well. Ah, so we don't get the flinch. That's unfortunate. And Smeargle still takes a lot of damage, even though we're not in the rain. Yeah, okay, so game over. Yeah, wow. So 1-1 again in this episode. Could I have done anything different there? I feel like I'm not thinking properly here. Could I have done anything differently there? Like, knowing that he did that. What could I have done? Spore into Xerneas. And an Air Slash into Kyogre? No, because then I lose my Smeargle. If I transformed into Kyogre and Air Slash the Kyogre, yeah, just because normal Rayquaza is so weak, unfortunately, we just like it's a sorry state, isn't it? When your Rayquaza cannot do like 30%, 35% to a Kyogre. Like, because we literally just needed that knockout. If we knocked out the Kyogre with Rayquaza there, I think we would have won the game. Maybe, maybe not, maybe, because our Xerneas, our Smeargle wouldn't have taken all that damage from Origin Pulse, and we would have had Rayquaza for an extreme speed the next turn as well too. So, and we would have had to, or we would have had the opportunity to lock ourselves into Moonblast as well instead of Dazzling Gleam. So I don't know. Yeah, it's again just an interesting observation. This, isn't it? Just how you probably shouldn't be using regular Rayquaza, but here I am doing the Rayquaza business, so you don't have to. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. That was an interesting game. He made a nice play with the feint. Obviously knew that a red card was coming in there. So yeah, thanks guys. I hope you've enjoyed watching this. Stay tuned for the rest of the week. There'll be more videos with this team. So thank you, and we'll see you then. Bye for now.